Ah, where's my phone? Come on, don't hurt. Quit being slow. Okay, and then we've got, yes, then we go here. You can do it. You can be fine. Okay, good. That's working. Okay, now I gotta edit. Oh, okay, good. It's still on the stand. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Okay, that's good. What else do I need up? Oh, the Tangia. So I can notice if that's going on. Okay. I can check the stream. Oh, hello, Sid. Just making sure everything's set up and there are no scuff issues yet, hopefully. Oh, that's that. I need that. These closed out. I don't need that. Oh, there's that. Then what is that? Okay. No, I need to switch to that. Okay. Oh, what? No, this needs to be over here. Okay. Yeah, and I thought I was gonna have to delay today. I didn't know when we'd get home, but I got home plenty of time, get everything done. It's all good. Okay, Marmalade, you're fine. You're fine, silly. Uh, okay, almost done. Oh, there we go. Okay, yes. Okay. Marmalade, are you gonna go back to sleep, Marmalade? That's it. That's a good boy. I just need. Okay. Wait. No, this one. Here we go. Good afternoon. Oh, I didn't get the crap. I didn't. Oh, sorry. I forgot to get the menu going. There we go. Yes. Anyways, good afternoon. Let's see. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to CatSCAN News Live. It is Monday, August 17th. And, I should not be yawning. Yes, it's been a long day already for me, but I should be awake enough. This is my third or fourth cup of coffee by now. I don't even know. I just anyways, I wanna get let's check to see if new. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a new HLC, but it was only 55 seconds ago, so I do kind of need to let it cook a little bit. Like, that's too soon. That's way too soon. Kind of, but we will see what else there is. First let me switch to the streaming one there. Let me actually can I put it over there? There we go. Yeah. Baby's in the corner. Yeah, okay, let's see what else. Okay, does Angry Cups? What does Angry Cups have new? Or was it the thing I already saw? Oh. I don't know. That's interesting. I watched that. Let's see what's Africa news. Oh, I'm curious about what. Yeah, I remember seeing this on conversations on Twitter about this, and I'm curious what everyone is saying about it because I have my opinion, and I want to see what everyone else thought. Let's go do that. And gaming's
The
important.
Democrats are trying to take over
Oh,
Texas
why do
because
that? Why
I
switch?
am advancing
I
transformative
keep forgetting
policies
that you
the
guys
Democrats
see
are.
when I switch tabs.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rip here.
So in this video, I'll be talking about a very interesting situation involving Saber Interactive, the developer of many games, including Space Marine 2 and the upcoming Space Marine 3. Now, this company is facing a lot of backlash right now from the modern audience, who's trying to start boycotts targeting this company and all of the games they're attached to because they believe that they fired a trans employee and replaced them with AI. This all comes thanks to a post from Paul Tassi. This journalist post has gone viral with 4 million views. You can see the headline here, and we'll get into the reactions in a second, but let's read it. A woman writing a Saber game said she was fired and replaced with AI, and the CEO response is one of the most insane things I've ever read. So here's the interaction with the CEO, where he responds by saying, Stella who? I had to ask Claude AI because I had never spoken to her or seen her. We have already said we're using AI for certain parts of the game, and we'll update the Steam page once we have finalized the feature set. Now, to clarify, this person who's being canceled, the CEO, for replacing this writer with AI, immediately said, I need to ask AI who this person is because I don't feel like I even remember who they are in the first place. Very funny, but he continues on saying, let me clarify that the entire story script, were it to win an award, would go to someone who can walk up on stage and receive it. It was always our intention to reveal this until Stella violated her confidentiality clause and revealed this before we were ready. I think that is the most important takeaway of this entire section. The CEO continues on saying, we look at our use of AI in this particular game, which will be lower priced title, as a plus for consumers. As far as Stella is concerned, she was replaced by someone more talented and terminated for a variety of reasons a few months later. From what I can gather, she enjoys controversy even more than I do. I would frankly, in retrospect, have been happy to replace her with AI. At least we would be dealing with someone programmed to be honest. Unfathomably based, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, there's really two interactions with this post. People saying I'm buying whatever game they're talking about based on this response alone. But also people pointing out, it was a trans woman, by the way. Of course, this would be the response to firing her from a CEO who's an outspoken fan of Asmongold. Oh boy, yeah, we'll get into that later. But there's also countless posts saying they want to boycott anything to do with this company and its CEO, including the Space Marine IPs. And of course, this story reported by Paul Tassi is falling apart at the seams because everything he's trying to represent here is pretty easily debunkable. But let's take a look at the writer in question, Stella, who is extremely active on Blue Sky to their own dismay, as we'll point out in a second. But look at their bio, listing themselves as a lesbian. I didn't know this was a dating website. Very strange thing to put in your writer-related Blue Sky account, but then again, many such cases. But recently, they reposted a screenshot of theirs from 2023 where they said, I got replaced on one of my games at work with ChatGPT. Now, this starts to raise a lot of eyebrows because in the articles used by journalists like Paul Tassi, you can see it's reported that the LinkedIn page for Stella indicates that they worked as the lead writer for Saber Interactive from July 23rd or July 2023 to July 2024. So based on the timeline being presented here, they were apparently fired and replaced with AI in December of 2023, but kept working as the lead writer until July 2024, nearly 8 months later. That makes absolutely no sense. But Stella has been on a warpath ever since it was recently announced, this whole rideshare simulator by Saber here. And they say this, I didn't even see this had been announced. I was the lead writer on this one, and Saber replaced me with ChatGPT midway through development. All the passenger voices were AI too. Either they changed the direction at some point, or they're not disclosing it on Steam. But all of this again starts to unravel as people dig into not only Stella's own posts, but some of the articles reporting on this. People saying, He said she was terminated for cause violating her NDA. Employers need to be able to trust their employees. Stella is clearly not trustworthy. And that is very abundantly clear.
Think you know Harbor Freight? Think again. We've introduced hundreds of new
Based on Stella's own post saying, hey everybody, I've seen the statement from Matt Karch, the CEO of Saber Entertainment, and all of the truly horrendous things he said about me. I think it should be obvious to anyone who reads that statement that he's lashing out because he did not want people to know there was AI use in the game. Everything I said was true. Here's more truth. That statement is remarkably pathetic from the CEO of any company to be making, and combined with the AI use, it would do far more damage to Saber's reputation than it ever could to mine. This screed will be many people's first exposure to the Saber brand and yada yada yada.
Okay, well, that is actually true. I never heard any of these games that I recall until this happened. And I still have no interest in the games because the names don't sound like kind of games I'd be interested in.
Appreciating everyone, but going back to the statement that they're using, these journalists, it says from the CEO that Stella violated a confidentiality clause and revealed that there was AI in the game before they were ready to publicly disclose that. So, based on their claim, Stella was fired not just to replace them with AI, but instead because they were violating their confidentiality clause and causing damage to the company by gossiping on social media, which kind of makes sense when you're looking at this individual who seems like they can't keep their mouth shut. But, anyways, they even say down here that they didn't replace Stella with AI, but in retrospect, they wish they did. So then there wouldn't have been all these leaks thanks to Stella. But of course, the sheep over on social media are gobbling up the narrative that's being presented, saying boycott at Hellraiser game. This is effing disgusting to see. Another person saying you can block publishers on Steam. It'll stop their games from coming up in the store page so you don't accidentally support this piece of crap company.
It's okay.
Another
It's
one
just
saying,
a second
lovely,
to
you can
try.
put Saber Games on the a-hole companies to boycott list. What a scummy statement. Hashtag FAI. Another one saying, for all of my horror fans who plan to play the Hellraiser game, to reconsider playing and boycott. Generative AI has no place in gaming.
Shut up, dude.
Do better. And as pointed out in this quote, boycott the Hellraiser game. My guys, you can't even boycott the site owned by Elon Musk. Your calls to boycott anything rings hollow when you refuse to give up even one thing you want based on principles. Yeah, most of them have blue check marks as well. They can't leave anything that they actually want to engage with. Instead, they put pressure on others to boycott things that they probably had no interest in playing in the first place to get, I guess, a sense of control over others. But then again, that's what all these crybabies want. But also, people are pointing out the Asmongold connection, saying same dude, showing a screenshot of the CEO's comment on an Asmongold video saying something very controversial. Journalists were very upset about this. He said, hey man, CEO of Saber here, I love your videos. When we signed the deal to make Space Marine 2, all I wanted was a throwback game. We had the chance to work on something which by its nature was old school. I can't even comprehend many of the current games that we play these days. They are too complex and too much of an investment. We worked on Halo back in the day, and that game could be distilled down to the simplest of shooting loops, but it was entirely addicting. This is what we wanted to recapture. I hope that games like Space Marine 2 and Wukong are the start of a reversion to a time when games were simply about fun and immersion. We want to do some glory kills and get the heart rate up a little. For me, that is what games should be about, guys. The CEO basically said in his comment that he wants to make games fun and immersive. And because it was on an Asmongold video, journalists were canceling the CEO and people were outraged and boycotting the game as a result. The softest people ever. And speaking of the softest people, they're still very upset on social media, saying certainly an interesting way to approach this from a CEO. Buy Hellraiser, Well, luckily, Hellraiser Game waited way too long to put a pre order out, so now I can save my money. Huh? Guess I'm not buying SM3 Space Marine 3. Games Workshop is incredibly anti AI, so I would not be shocked if they cancel Space Marine 3 over this. Yeah, they're going to cancel Space Marine 3 over this situation, absolutely. But of course, a lot of these claims by Paul Tassi have been heavily criticized. But what's most important to Paul Tassi and these journalists? What is the thing they're responding to in the comments? Oh, it's ones like these saying more CEOs should do that. That was funny. Also, why did you have to say a woman? Why couldn't you just say former employee? It's little things like that I find interesting about you type. And Paul says it literally says her name and gender multiple times in the statement. And Paul would give a follow-up saying people are saying she was fired for breach of contract for violating her confidentiality clause. But she did not talk about the AI use publicly until after she was fired, which is when this story began. She may be breaking that clause now, but it's not why she was fired. The situation makes that pretty clear. Her quote that sparked this: I didn't even see this had been announced. I was the lead writer. This one, and Saber replaced me with ChatGPT midway through development. All the passenger voices were AI too. Either they changed the direction at some point or they're not disclosing it on Steam. So basically, they're coming out and saying, oh, she didn't do that. Well, it seems like the timeline doesn't make absolutely any sense at all. And people are pointing out what was stated by the CEO. Because I guess in this narrative, you have to just accept the word of Stella and ignore the CEO. Because I guess one's on the right side of history and the other one is not. So therefore, we can only trust Stella's word and not that of the CEO claims it was a confidentiality breach. But then again, for this whole confidentiality thing and the firing itself, the timeline presented by Stella doesn't even make sense and doesn't make sense. And the articles and people are pointing that in the proposed notes. But then again, what is Paul focusing on when people are questioning the narrative he's sharing? Responding to people saying it's a he, saying, do you guys ever get tired of this? I would ask you, Paul, do you ever get tired of doing this? Because I think a lot of other people are tired of doing what you're capitulating to. But then again, a lot of the responses are to get a boycott, but there's a lot more saying this secured my pre-order of Space Marine 3 and future DLC purchases for Space Marine 2. Yeah, I think the statement from the CEO is hilarious, and I think this person, Stella, can't really be trusted whatsoever, and the fact that journalists and all of these sycophants on social media immediately jumped on the bandwagon without questioning anything is just, well, expected at this point. But anyways, that's going to do this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like. Consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads as well as multiple streams every week here live on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, it also said that Stella was also replaced by someone more talented. They said, oh, hey Squid, thank you. How's your day going? Is it a Monday like all Mondays, or is it actually a good day? And let's see what video is next. And yes, I'm eating potato chips. Poachers. Oh, I have no stomach for. What the? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That I don't know if I want to see that body cam. That just. Let me swallow that. Okay. Thing is, in like house fires and stuff, in structure fires, period, it is usually smoke inhalation that gets you. Actually burning alive, from what I have found out about that, no, thank you. No, you don't want that. Let's just say it's not pleasant. It is not pleasant at all. You do not want. Oh, I'm getting too loud. I'm getting too loud. Okay, calm down. You do not want to burn alive. No, you don't. Please, let me just turn it. Let's see which way to turn down. Okay, this way. Is that going? There we go. Okay. Oh, well, still a little bit loud. Okay. How much more do I need to turn the volume down on the microphone? Is that good? Okay, whoa. Okay, yeah. That's not too bad now. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Don't want to go into the yellow. Want to stay in the green. Okay. And it's been 15 minutes, over 6,000 views. I think we can watch HLC now.
It is the 5-year anniversary of when the freedom fighters, the Mujahideen, the Taliban, have pushed the American imperialists out of Afghanistan. Did we lose some battle I was unaware of? You ran away with your tail between your legs. Uh-huh. Couple of things here. Number one, probably didn't run away if I can smoke anyone in your country whenever I want to. Keep one eye on the sky. Number two, you're boasting equipment that we left behind for the Afghan National Army that was supposed to hold their own. Yeah, no, that's fair. That, they didn't when we left because they're cowards, but okay. We are still here and in charge, and you are not.
All right, I understand that you guys do a lot of inbreeding and goat breeding and basically all sorts of terrible shit, but I'm gonna just make this really simple for you, okay? Let's say I go to somebody's house, and it's their house, and every day for 20 years I beat their ass. And they hide, right? They hide in closets and under beds and all sorts of stuff, but every time I find them, they lose. And then one day after 20 years, I go, you know what, man? This ain't for me. I'm just gonna leave. And I say, hey, you're in charge, okay? And the guy I put in charge, complete fucking pansy. Complete pansy. And then I leave. And the person whose house it is defeats the pansy. You're saying you beat me that way?
Yeah, we would eliminate all the dumb ones. It's the smart ones that kept running to Pakistan. And then my politicians are absolute spineless fucking retards, and they wouldn't send us into Pakistan to chase you down. Except for bin Laden.
Yeah, what a weird world we live in, where you can't have a single battlefield victory against a nation and still say you beat that nation. That's fucking wild, man.
America's just full of themselves.
Okay, yeah, there is. Okay, I gotta stop eating them. I probably should stop eating potato chips, but why? Why? This is my daily vegetable intake. Potatoes count as vegetables. And okay, I'll put the ones in my hand back in the bag. And grab myself some more coffee while watching this. But I also want to say that yeah, politicians these days do not know how to wage war. And that's a problem. We used to have people in office who had been on the front lines. They knew what to do and what is effective. We don't have that anymore. And that's why things aren't working. That is my opinion.
Got to understand. And now we're seeing more sailors come forward and talk about the conditions on your precious aircraft carriers. You're talking shit about aircraft carriers? When you have one that doesn't even work anymore because every time it leaves port, it's on fire?
Don't throw stones while your mom's getting plowed.
I get we make fun of Slavic special ed, but America, that you do have to take care of your...
Oh, is this the first time UK has used the term Slavic special ed? I feel like I need to know that. That is very important. Or those potato chip crumbs or whatever irritating my throat, I think. That's why I need my coffee. Just a minute, let me grab it. And yeah, I don't know if there's any way to tell if this is the first time UK has said Slavic special ed. But I feel like it's important to know if it is. Okay, put coffee down. Then get myself back into the chair right so I can position everything. Okay. Get that there. Feet up on my footstool and let's watch more.
Sailors on board your vessels. Absolutely. 100%. And I did mention this in the last video, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I want to put this in perspective to all the sailors out there, the young sailors that are showing videos of the conditions and the food and stuff like that, right? Now, while I agree that those things are pretty bad, totally agree, right? You shouldn't be running out of food. Your S4 is about to have a really rough fucking day. Your cooks not taking proper inventory to make sure that they are maintaining a level of food on board your vessels when I have the greatest logistics infrastructure in world history is, it's going to be rough on them. And as for the cleanliness of the head, as you guys call it, we call it the latrine in the Army, who's responsible for cleaning that? You guys. So basically, all that's going to happen when you show like dirty latrines or heads like that, you're going to have a first line leader grab sailors every single day and scrub that bathroom top to bottom. That's all that's going to change. I just want you to know that. Cleanliness and functionality of your workspace and or equipment is everybody's individual responsibility. I will say we're a little bit different here in the Air Force. Usually we just call the janitors. And if it's not a contracted janitor, then, I don't know, we get Army or Marines to do it.
We kill so much bacteria. Yeah.
All right, my native Australians. After the Bondi Beach attack, we think that it's necessary to conduct a gun buyback. And if you're a licensed gun owner, that's fine. You can bring in your firearms, no questions asked, and we will buy them from you, as well as increasing how difficult it is to get licensed on said firearm.
Or you could just make sure you don't allow terrorists in your country, you stupid son of a. Children were killed that day. Making sure only criminals have guns does not help anybody.
You know, I get it. It was an abhorrent, evil attack, but buying back firearms from law-abiding citizens, I don't think that's going to do what you think it's going to do.
Dance is more than just using your body. So much of dance is in your expressions.
Squinting has likely contributed.
Yeah, now, mate, we got to do something about it.
Yeah, I got an idea to my Australian viewers out there. You go to a hardware store, you get the right amount of equipment. You have a Sawzall because it's Sawzall. You know what I'm saying? Some 1-inch pipe, maybe, you can fashion some firing pins. You could probably make 10 or 15 of them out of, like, maybe $30. So you can definitely get rich off the government.
Buff, don't tell people how to make homemade firearms in order to just get more money from the government.
Oh, I forgot. Seizing money from the government through nefarious reasons is only a politician crime. The people can't fucking do it.
Yo, Buff. That's only for politicians, dude. The rest of us are just weapons of war. We're like, I don't know, it's like an existential crisis, dude. Like, I'm supposed to be super stealth, and I even forget that I exist sometimes. And then, like, I walk past a mirror, and I'm like, whoa! Oh, hey, what's up, sexy? And then he calls me sexy, too. I'm sexy, and I know it.
I think he went a little heavier than normal. That fucking B2 he's higher than pterodactyl butthole.
I go to the bathroom like a pterodactyl, dude. The P is silent. But no, man, never seen one up here. What if I flew over like where Jurassic Park was and they were like coming up next to me like, no, 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 no. I don't know if they do that sound though. HLC, what was the entire purpose of that interaction? Look, man, I thought of it last night and it sounded funny in my head. This is why people are not taking you serious.
Okay, to be fair, I think most of us have those moments where it's always funnier in your head than it actually turns out to be. Yeah. But yeah, in my defense, it was like 20 years ago and the cop didn't care, so we're moving on.
Hey, what the hell is going on? Fly, my pretty, fly! hey, first my oil
Is this what
fields
I
and now
think
you're
it
going
is?
at my wildberry warehouses? You're purposely trying to make this affect the everyday citizen here in Russia, which is just going to make it worse for you. Oh, you don't like when war affects everyday citizen, huh? Okay, then we'll turn about fair play.
You're feeling the character out. I get that. Yeah, you're making it more of a dedicated voice. I'm here for it. But I thought we agreed we were going to get a different map.
Well, that's the thing. I was going to, but according to the New York Post, now bear in mind numbers on both sides. Like the Russians try and make it seem like they've gained more territory and gotten more kills. The Ukrainians do the same thing. So the numbers usually somewhere in between. But the New York Times has stated that in the month of July, I was underselling it. I thought it was 30,000 casualties. They're saying it's closer to 43,000, probably over. And that's casualties include killed and wounded. And they have gained 780 square kilometers of territory from Russia, bringing 26 cities, towns back under Ukrainian control. So I don't think I need to change the map because it's kind of going in that direction. It is a small gain of territory. I will get it back. It is the single
Sure.
largest monthly gain of territory of either side in over a year. That's significant, man. I am announcing to the world that my intention is to speak to North Korea in the Pyongyang and finally draw the lines where they are and put an end to the Korean War. Now that may come as a shock to some people thinking like, wait, I thought we drew the lines back in the 50s. No, it was just an armistice. They're still actively at war and have been for almost 80 years now. So this is significant.
What is your prey, South Korea? What are you trying to do?
You have strengthened your ties with Russia, as well as China, as I have strengthened my ties with Japan and the United States. But at the end of everything, this is between you and me. We can make peace on this peninsula.
I have a better idea. What if we just make South Korea an island? I believe that that's peace through superior firepower. You know, his sanity is questionable, but his method, I honestly, valid.
Both of you stop it. Look, if they're seeking peace on the peninsula of Korea, then we should allow them to have it. Also, I haven't theorized about using firepower to cut a country in half since Operation Plowshare, which proved that it was
What is that?
significantly more difficult than I thought it was. If you're not familiar with Operation Plowshare, yes, the U.S.
Okay.
had planned at one point in time down in Central America. I can't remember if it was Panama or Venezuela, or not Venezuela. What country is it?
It was Nicaragua, or as Americans call it, the land of black water.
No, we don't. But anyways, yes, we were going to use nuclear weapons to carve a canal through that country. I just be building shit. Oh, would you look at that? It's a Russian drone coming in through Romania. Or excuse me, Moldova into Romania. Can I get a hell yeah? It wasn't an American F-18, it was Spanish. Stick with the facts. Oh, Can I get an L? Hell yeah. I should really learn some Spanish. Hell yeah. Andale, güey. Kid, that's Mexican Spanish. And where the fuck did you learn Mexican Spanish? Oh, I was at a quinceañera. No one on this planet parties harder than Mexicans, man. People are like, oh, we're going to party till the sun comes up. No, Mexicans are like, we're going to party till the sun comes up 4 days from now. It's fucking wild, dude. I got a target lock. L Fox 10.
The voices really are taking over. I think to solve this Iran problem in the Strait, and I have a beautiful idea. It's probably the best idea of any president who's ever lived. I say we make the Strait an American territory.
What? He can't do that.
And who's gonna stop us? You, beans on baby back bitch?
Stop it. First of all, that's a little like the pot calling the kettle black, considering you stole from everybody for like 1,000 years. But also, look, DC, man, can we just look? First, we wanted Greenland, then we wanted Alberta, and then we were gonna make whatever a territory, and now we're talking about the Strait. Can we just fucking do something already?
Well, you see, I got this football. Although it doesn't look like a football, it's in a leather case.
Not that.
Hold on, Uncle Sam. Tell me about this football. Does it carry portable suns? It doesn't carry them per se, but it gives me access to them. Just beautiful, beautiful portable suns.
For the record, he didn't actually say this or threaten it. I'm just making jokes because it's just all a dumpster fire. Why in the fuck do we want the Strait?
Why else not? To talk massive shit. And like that gay band said, what, Rascal Flats? I'm praying for daylight.
Yeah, so... Oh, hello, Terry. Yeah, not much going on.
La vida es impredecible.
U.S. is
Spectrum Internet con
blustering.
fibra óptica no lo
Nothing
es.
is really being accomplished. But yeah, now I'm wondering if it is geologically possible to remove South Korea from North Korea and make it. Can that be possible? Because, I mean, how deep down does it go, really? And would you have to even... Could you just, like, curve a river... space for, like, a river between them and then call South Korea an island? I don't know about the things, but yeah, I think you could just get, like, you know, a river between them. You can definitely do that and then say South Korea is an island. Boom, done. But do not have the river deep enough for, like, submarines or any serious or wide enough for any serious naval aircraft. Have it only big enough for regular boats and stuff, like a personal fishing boat kind of thing, canoe, all that stuff. Nothing big enough to really cause serious military issues. All small stuff. Personal consumer boats. Which, yeah, people could cross back and forth, but not enough to really cause a thing, and you can still have checkpoints and all that. Would just take some doing, but yeah, I'll go for the river. Yeah, would put a new spin on living in a van down by the river. So, yeah, I don't want to see... Yeah, we probably... Yeah, I want to watch a body cam now. Let's see, do I have any... SWAT responds after drug dealer shoots... Now, is that just the lighting, or is that gun actually blue? Oh wait, what's this one about? Oh, that's things. Yeah. Okay, let's. And this says after the cops are shot, so I presume it won't be too graphic. Watch it. Because it just say gunshots, not.
You want me at your barbecue?
They do like to blur stuff
Like,
out.
right
And why
now?
is the mouse. Get the skip.
The following events occurred on August 8th, 2023 in Orlando, Florida, and have previously never been released to the public. The incident started when officers were called to the scene of a suspected hand-to-hand drug transaction in the parking lot near the police station.
Okay. Oh, shit. Wait, push. Okay. Place your hands behind your back real quick. Just be on your tank. You got any weapons or anything on you?
Partner, come here. Come here. Park.
Got nothing.
Yeah, just relax. Put your hands behind your back. Relax. Put your hands behind your back.
We just saw you do a hand-to-hand, bro.
Right now you're doing chain.
For what?
Hey, don't pull away. Put your hands behind your back.
Tying for what?
Hey.
I got him. Good pursuit! Don't move! Don't move! Attack A9. Going to the station.
Okay, it's gonna be close by the station. That would be useful.
Get out of the car now.
I'm coming.
No, you're not.
Wait, stop reaching!
Stop reaching.
I'm coming!
Get out of the car.
Bro, I'm coming!
Get out of the car.
Bro, I'm coming, bro! Okay.
Officer Andy's body cam footage frame by frame shows the suspect pull out a firearm from his vehicle. He then begins firing at both officers, hitting both of them multiple times, causing Officer Andy to fall down on the ground. He then gets up and begins running to get cover from the suspect, who is still continuously firing shots at both him and the other officer. Officer Kaylee's body cam footage frame by frame shows her yelling in pain as soon as the first shot hits her. She runs for cover as she suffers a major arterial bleed, and her gun hand has been completely disabled.
Crap. Yeah, you'll notice it's. That is what I was worried about. Okay. Arterial bleed. Yeah, you need to deal with that right away. It's. We have about 2 liters of blood in us. And it does not take long for loss to become an issue. That's not good. Okay, yeah, yes.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Help me! Help! I'm shot! Where you hit, bro? Where you hit? Give me light! Give me light! Get this off. Let them know we need. We need OMD. We need OMD. We need IPAC. 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 Where's the key at? We know we need OMD. And Washington is train track. We need OMD.
Where
Are you good? Get on the ground. Stop. Relax. I need OFD, Washington, and Garland. Officer down. Where are they? Watch your back. I said, Coach, we need OFD at Washington train tracks. We need a track seal. Get a track seal. Give me, I'm going. Andy, come on, bro. Stay with me. Hey, where are you hit?
On the arm.
I'm hitting my
On the arm.
Okay. Where's that tourniquet?
I got it.
I have one on my.
I got it.
You have a
Let's go.
tourniquet? Where are you hit? Where are you hit again?
I've hit my arm.
Which one?
Left arm upper.
Here, relax. Get all the way up. Breathe, Kaylee, breathe.
I have one on my stomach too.
Kaylee, breathe.
I have one on my stomach too.
All right, we have to actually get to that stuff.
Relax. Kaylee, breathe.
Kaylee, breathe, okay?
Okay. Check it right here. Give me light. Right here, ready? Hold on. Stay with us, bro. Stay with us. Talk to me, bro. Have you hit anywhere else in the chest? Are you hit anywhere else, bro? In your arm? Which arm? Which arm? I'm right here, Eddie. Where you at? Give me the wound. Right here. Ready, go. Right there. Okay. It's on? Yeah, there's another one right here. Hey, look. Hold on. No. We need to. He's over here. No, he's right here, too. You're all right. Breathe from your Kaylee.
You're good.
Kaylee, breathe, all right?
You're good.
Higher up than that.
I'm shot in the chest.
Hey, we got you.
I'm shot in the chest. Right side.
We got you. Relax, okay?
Kaylee, breathe, all right? Breathe.
Another channel for the officer down. Channel for the pursuit.
Where are you shot, Kaylee?
No, we have an officer shot. No time. 43.
Hey, I need another chest seal. Guys, give me a gauze. Gauze. Give me a security here. Give me security. Watch our back. We need an ambulance here immediately. Where are you shot, Kaylee? Where? Right here in the stomach.
Right side of my chest.
We know the OFD.
Right side of my chest.
I'm not getting this in, bro. Shove it in. I can't even get this in right now. I can't get this in. Load it up. Get him up. Someone hold his neck. Push down on his neck. Here, someone grab his arm. Grab his arm. Get in the car with him. Clear it out. Back up. Watch out. Hey, we need a chest seal. Yeah. You have a chest seal in your car?
Right here.
Hey, chest seal on. Listen to me. All right, okay?
And also, yes, I got blow my nose. Just a sec. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, the blood. I'm not sure, like the scientific official rate of how blood loss affects you or anything. I've only had quote unquote minor. Hey, Queejibo, it's going. Just watching body cams of events you never want to have happen to you. And let me just blow my nose. Let me move the microphone so it's not too close. And yes, I blow my nose loud. But yeah, I know, like I said, I have never been shot. And I'm okay with that. I just know I have had other injuries where I know it takes 2 hours for the blood loss to affect me. Like the time I almost cut my pinky toe off. There was an accident that happened because I was careless, but yeah, there was only like a centimeter or so, maybe half a centimeter, I don't know, of skin still attached around where my pinky toe connects to my foot. I forget how many stitches I got, but yeah, it was not good. And oh, it was bleeding something awful. They had to get x-rays to make sure I did not damage the bone. And I did not, thankfully. Yes, the bone was fine. I don't know what they would have done, like antibiotics or something. I don't know if the bone would have been damaged. But yeah, that took me 2 hours. Unless, due to my other medical issues, my chronic conditions, which is probably more close to this kind of blood loss from an arterial hit, is like 8 or 9 tubes of blood taken at once. That I was a little bit loopy after that. So yeah, it doesn't take much when the blood starts going. So let's just see what happens if they survive.
Kaylee, breathe. I'm breathing. Put it on. Kaylee, breathe. I'm breathing. Kaylee, breathe. Breathing? Can you talk to me, Kaylee? Calm down back here. Can you talk to me, Kaylee? Hey, everybody calm down, stop talking. Kaylee, can you hear me? Okay, tell me what you're feeling. Well, you feel it just in your chest? Let's go. Right in your belly. Let's go.
Good, there's the ambulance.
In your chest. We're going. Get up.
She has 3 gunshots in her stomach, a couple in her arms. We're transporting her to right now.
Dude, that's Kaylee, girl. So they called to put me through it, and then I heard the shots right here. So I called it out.
So anyway, you have an update on the pursuit?
On the pursuit, they put on emergency downtown. They're trying to gain eyes again. Take this open.
Whoever is currently on scene with the vest, can you guys get with Sergeant Greg, who's mission one over there, and provide the BWC?
I don't want to touch it, so. Anybody got any gloves? Can we get the other one? The body camera?
While both officers were critically injured and transported to the nearest hospital, the shooter was able to carjack a passerby's vehicle and flee the scene. A massive manhunt for the suspect then began overnight. Over the course of the next 10 hours, police were able to track the suspect down to a Holiday Inn hotel, roughly 10 miles away. A SWAT team was then deployed to apprehend him. After they clear the building, they ready explosive devices to blow the suspect's door open.
Whether you're a seasoned off-roader or getting your vehicle trail ready, Harbor Freight offers rugged winches.
Well, I always thought Holiday Inn was
lights,
safe. Now I'm
jacks.
upset.
5, 4, 3. You ready with that, man?
Yep.
Robot up.
Can you tell from here?
He learned you're not good. I remember that.
Orlando Police!
I got your left side.
He's peeking. Orlando Police, put your hands out of the door now. Both hands.
Gas up. Start gassing up.
Both hands out of the door. Dayton, put both hands out of the door now.
More officers are positioned closer to the suspect's room in a doorway. These officers' position would prove to be extremely important for what's about to happen.
Civilian in the hallway. Run!
He's shooting. He's putting his gun out the door. He's picking up the piece of door.
He threw the door out. Come out with your hands up, Orlando Police Department. Come out, we just need to talk to you. Come out with your hands up. No more shooting. Just come out to the sound of my voice. You don't need shoot anymore.
Through the door out in the hallway.
If you come out with your hands up, I can assure your safety. Yours, Dayton.
I can't do shit. You got a gun. He's cussing. Get on me. Get on me. He's riding. He's One down. All right, we got one down.
Okay, see there. Yeah, that is not blue. It just looked blue in the thumbnail.
Put your arms out. We're good. Suspect's down.
The suspect was identified as Dayton Veal, a convicted felon with an extensive and violent history of serious criminal offenses,
Not surprised.
including battery, robbery, grand theft auto, aggravated stalking, domestic battery, assault, burglary, and arson. Some of his worst crimes involve striking a woman with an iron, punching a woman in front of her children, and sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl who was walking to school. For all of these crimes, he was either released back into the public on probation or was released on bond while awaiting trial. Approximately 2 months before the incident where he shot 2 officers, it was confirmed that he had cut off his electronic monitoring bracelet and disappeared from probation supervision. Then, 1 month before the incident where he shot the 2 officers, a red vehicle that police believe may have belonged to Veal was caught on camera driving away from a Miami homicide scene. That same red vehicle was the one Veal was sitting inside when he opened fire on the 2 officers. In addition, just weeks before the shooting, Veal was pulled over during a traffic stop while he was driving that same exact red vehicle.
Tag is coming back as stolen. Step over there for me, okay? Do you know anything about that? 10-4. Because you got a warrant for your arrest. Don't run! Don't run, you're gonna get tased! Get on the ground! You're gonna get tased! Got one running southbound, Ingenuity and Discovery. Black male, black shorts, black shirt. Don't move. Hey, stop! 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 I will meet you at Townsend.
Veal was able to escape from police and wasn't seen again until the night he shot the 2 officers. In the hotel where SWAT officers attempted to apprehend Veal, he began sprinting towards an exit after exchanging fire with the SWAT team, prompting officers to open fire during his attempt to flee. Veal was then pronounced dead at the scene, and the same gun he used to shoot the 2 officers from the previous night was found on the floor near his body. No officers or civilians were injured during the incident at the hotel. If Dayton had lived, he would have likely faced a sentence of decades to life in prison for his actions. The 2 officers who were originally shot were left critically injured after the incident and were taken to Orlando Health. They both underwent surgery and survived. They were released from the hospital within weeks of the incident. While it took more than a year of physical and mental rehabilitation, both officers ultimately made full recoveries.
Start building skills for today's tech jobs. Learn more at wgu.edu.
Yeah, exactly. He did. Yeah, that. It never should be on the street. There are so many times. He. Would they even like actively look? I don't know why that time he ran from cops 5 weeks earlier they didn't like pursue him, because I've seen like LA car chases, they have the helicopters chasing the vehicle so they can't get away. Why can't they do that again where this happened? And then you don't have and there was that, it said one homicide the red car was seen leaving from. No clue if they ever had any evidence he did it. But yeah, at least how many attempted murders and potentially one murder, and yeah, it did not need to happen. It did not need to happen. Oh, did I already like that? I thought I did. There we go. Question. Oh, well, that one looks funny. But I'll have to look for the original video. Teen thief catches tons of felonies just for being dumb. Yeah, it would be nice if people could get arrested for being dumb. Except, with with context. So because yeah, we've all done dumb stuff, but my dumb stuff tended to hurt no one but myself. That's it. I don't think I did too many dumb things that hurt other people. And that's the way it should be. If you want to be dumb, just inflict it on yourself and be done with it. Okay, let's see what other news. Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock already. Wow, that went fast.